Welcome to Bob's Paragliding Maintenance and Repair Service. Okay guys, many people are talking about the factory pack in regards to having your wing fabric be as flat as possible. Of course, this is the whole idea on how to save your porosity as well. So this is where you take the zipper, bring it in a little bit, tighten up the tension cord, and what you've created is a really nice little cone ready for the cells to be fed into there on this end. It's kind of reverse to what some people will think of. Anyway, let's go back here and let's get started on the wingtip. And what we do is we put our thumbs up and we start folding the wing forward by throwing about 6 to 8 inches of fabric per throw. Okay, at this wingtip, my thumbs are going to be up. I'm going to want to line up my leading edge, put a cell on top of cell. So this first fold, I want it to be roughly 90 degrees to the cells. So I throw a little bit of fabric up front, get my hands ready. Now, all I'm concerned about is the folds between my hands. I'm not concerned about the outsides getting messy. We can fix that later. Keep the folds between your hands nice and clean. All right, so one throw, reach down, grab the fabric, and line up on top of the cells. All right, so take your time on this. If the edges start looking a bit messy, don't worry about it. Just keep going until you get to the center. Okay, once you get to the center, you pull the concertina bag to the edge underneath. You can see the edge now. And you confirm your folds. By confirming, I just mean pressing down nice and firm here. Now I've got individual folds here that I can clearly see, one on top of each other, all the way down to the bottom. We'll start with the trailing edge. And what you're going to do is you're going to pull the tip of the concertina bag out for an alignment. And we start from the bottom and we work our way up. So here's the bottom fold. I can see there, I'm looking in the middle, that fold has to continue all the way to the end, which I've got that here. I look and I see my second fold in the middle. Then I pull the fabric out, and I line it up, pushing the inside fabric in. And what you're ending up with is a waffle that's going to get your fabric as flat as possible. Okay, so I look for the next fold, line that up. Now you're going to take your time with this. Make sure it's nice and clean, nice and tidy. Okay, so now you can see that fold line goes all the way to the end. Then we do our leading edge. And we start from the bottom. I'm looking in the middle, pulling out my concertina bag, getting it ready. And I start with the bottom. I look there, and that's perfectly good. It's flat. Each one of these, all the time, I'm looking from the middle fold up to the leading edge. And now I have all the cells on top of each other and all the folds are nice and clean throughout the side of the wing. We do that on both sides. And once both sides are done, we're going to pull our cells together by pulling up and over. Up and over. Up and over. Okay, you do that through the whole wing. Once they're together, you bunch it up. And you pull all of the cells into the cone of the wing. Okay guys, both sides have been done. Where we've put fabric on top of fabric by throwing the folds. You can see that each one of them is perfectly flat all the way to the end. All right, now it's time to put the cells together. And this is what you do. Make sure you got your cone ready to go there. You start with the middle, you pull it up, pull it over, pull it up, pull it over. This gets the cell walls all nice and parallel to each other. We're going to do this right down to the end of the wing, and then I'll finish by zipping all of the fabric up together. The fabric will be perfectly flat this way. Once we've zipped the whole bag up, we're going to throw the whole thing on its side. All the fabric will be flat this way. And then we're going to do a three-fold with the leading edge on the bottom. And the logo of the bag goes with the leading edge so that you know the leading edge stays as far away from your back as possible. So when you're doing a hike and fly, you're not sandpapering your leading edge, because the first forward third of the wing is where all the porosity is that's needed for the wing to stay a quality wing, because most of all of your weight is on the A's and B's. Okay, so this is the area you really want to protect. Make sure it's nice and flat. Okay, you can see that the wing is all nicely folded up now, and the cells have all been lifted together, and it's now ready to go into the cone. Okay guys, now we've got the fabric all together. We're going to tuck the ends of the wing tips in a little bit. All of the cells are nice and flat together. We're now going to just literally pick it up and pull it into the cone area, and we're going to start the zipping process. So, zip it together and zip forward. You know the routine. Try not to pressure material down. Remember, we want to keep it as flat together this way as possible. I've zipped it up. All the cells are still very flat this way. Now what we want to do is turn the whole thing onto its side. Okay? Grab the edge and pull it up and let it flop onto its side. Now we want to make sure that the leading edge is, all the cells are flat this way. And because when we zipped it up, the cells were this way, it's now on its side. When I press this, I'm going to move some air in and around the wing, helping it become as flat, as comfortable as possible. Ready to do the threefold. And I'm going to put the wing on top of the bag. This tells us how long the fold should be, because all of this is going to have to go into the bag. And it's also better to press anything that's on the ground, on the dirt, on the grass, or could even be cow stuff. You guys are going to be doing cross-country flights, so we don't know what could be on the ground. Instead of pressing it into the bag, of the concertina bag, we're going to press it onto the glider bag, because we can wash this, right? We can wash this as well, but we want to keep the wing as clean as possible. So, that's my fold line, and I'm dragging the concertina bag on the fabric. All right, so tuck this in, make it nice. And second fold here, length of the bag, give you an idea. All right, so far so good. Gently let the air out. Don't press too fast, too hard, especially if you've got plastic rods in there. And then our third fold should bring these two pieces together nice and flush. All right, once this is done, we're going to pull the bag out. And this is the folded side, and the leading edge is on the bottom. So we're going to put the logo of the bag on the bottom as well. So we always know where the leading edge is. Why am I showing you this, guys? To help you with your porosity. The fabric is nice and flat, and the bag, the leading edge is on this side because you can see the logo's there. So when I pack this, my back will be on this side, not sandpapering the leading edge.